like the Bloodseeker game, right? Like he's
Yes.
playing safe lane in that game maybe, and his team's making space elsewhere, and like he's dominating the game, right? And he's just the offlaner playing in that safe position. A good hero, getting the work done. For OG, you now have Oracle with the Leshrac. This indicates, of course, that it will be most likely, I think, maybe a mid Leshrac actually, because you want to have that big save and that enabling factor. He's very squishy normally, so the Oracle will always keep him alive, especially against Pugna actually. Pugna's a fine hero against these heroes, but the fact that you've picked Pugna into Oracle, like Oracle's very good against this, and you don't really care if you're the Leshrac, right? You just ult him, put your W on him, can't remember the name of it, but whoopsie, and then he just runs in, it's fine.
Is there a better pick you would have liked to have seen from him?
I mean, I don't really like this NiP lineup. I think that OG, the Oracle counters two of their heroes completely. Dark Willow not a hero, you can purge off all of her spells, and Bad Lamb you just counter with your second spell. And kind of same goes for the Pugna. This Pangolier, there are multiple saves on OG, we talked about it. These two heroes work really well. We have a Lash that actually takes care of the illusion heroes that, let's say, can be good against the Oracle. So right now, OG's lineup is looking really
spooky.
solid.
Yeah, it's very spooky. Especially if they have last pick as well. I'd like them just to pick up their offlaner here. Someone who can maybe jump the backlines, especially because you have such like fragile heroes on NiP right now. Like you'd never really have a nice formation moving around the map. Like you're playing with Willow, Pugna, these heroes kind of sit on the back lines. Pango, he jumps in after the initiation with Rolling Thunder. Like okay, they just go for the carry instead, and it is the Void. So they're outside of Leshrac, like there isn't a lot of like burst damage right now. Of course they still got their last hero to pick, but it's very much they were going to play a passive laning phase, and then their big team fights will just be they'll roll over any team fight right now. Like Chrono plus Leshrac, any hero is going to die inside that. They don't have any saves on NiP really to keep them alive.
How do you expect NiP to answer?
Well, it really depends on where they're flexing their heroes. Like let's not spend too long deciding the flexibility, but I think I'd like to see some type of save in their lineup. Like, but it's hard to say because when you think of save heroes, they're also terrible in this. When you see the first three,
you're looking at it, it's like, oh, do you just have us beat at this point?
Yeah, kinda for now. Like, you can maybe I think focusing actually on the laning phase.
See, Harry's just trying to work out like,
No, like Naga would be good for NiP if there was no Lesh. Slark would be okay for NiP if there's no Void. So
and Lesh. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
This works, I guess. It's a hero that...
I guess.
It's a hero that if you get your morph off, you're not gonna die in a chrono. Right now, there are no vessel carriers on OG, so that's good. The Oracle can go for one, but that's an old build. You really don't go for that as a support. So right now, OG, all they need is a vessel carrier. I think that's a good way to round up their draft. NiP, what do they need? They lack a position 5, most likely.
For NiP?
Yeah. You think it's gonna be a 5 Willow for Pugna? And they get something else for mid?
Yeah, probably. Knowing NiP, Era likes playing this Pugna a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if it literally is just a Willow 5 Pugna 4 offlane Pango, and then they're gonna decide to... Well, I want to see like Playmaker on Supreme. Again, I think Puck's already banned actually. I was gonna say Puck would have been like, mwah! Gives you all that ability to fight. Is Mars in the pool? They could just go for like a casual Mars. Yeah, Mars is available. That could be nice. Just cheeky little Mars, gives you a bit of team fight. Like, you don't, like, the main concern here is you just don't have a guy who wants to buy auras, really. Like, Pango buys Vlad's, but it's not really, like, cool aura. You want, like, a pipe. You don't really have a guy who stands in the front. The saving grace, though, is the fact that Morphling does need a little bit of time to farm up a bit. Once he does get to that point, then he can be activated. It's just, if Void makes that rotation, that as soon as he gets level 6, like, the classic way of looking at it is you get 6, you TP to another lane, you get a kill, and then you instantly take the tower with the Leshrac. Within that double TP situation, you then take one free tower, you reset, you wait, you go again. And like NiP, they never really can fight up against this early aggression, right? Like, who defends your tower right now? Like, Pango with a swashbuckle early on? Not really. Like, you're just going to get run over. So if NiP... Ooh, this does not save anything.
I think, okay, it saves you from the Void Chrono.
It does swap you out technically.
So I guess it's a position 5. I don't think Core wants to swap into the Chrono.
That would be great.
So I think it's a position 5. To be honest, I like the Pugna on mid because against an Oracle, I think that the Pugna is just gonna be useless if it's a support. If it's a core, it's at least gonna be that hero that takes the early towers.
But their team fight is like non-existent.
Yeah, but you kind of sacrifice the Pugna or give him, and then for them to kill him, they go to kill the Pugna, you swap the Pugna out, she survives, you get a few towers that way, enable the Morphling and play it that way around, I guess.
It's like, okay, and now OG just completely own the draft. Like, like their only team fight on NiP is this Rolling Thunder. You now have Raw to deal with it. Even if you move to an early objective, like we saw how Nigma, when Weehaw played the Pugna, he got worked in lane. He then tried to move around towers, and all they parked up the offlaner in front of the tower, killed him, and then it's like, oh, what do I do? This is the same issue NiP has. They need to be the ones moving to towers first, but when they get there, if OG has the levels, you set up with an SD disruption, Leshrac now kills you. You set up with a Chrono, Leshrac or support kills you. You set up with a Raw. Like,
and you even don't have to do it. And you don't have to do it.
There's so many ways that they set up a defense that NiP, and they're like how fragile they look. They have to play such beautiful, clean, high-tempo Dota, otherwise they will just be punished. Again, the final point there is NiP, they don't really have cooldowns. OG, they have cooldowns. So it's the battle of if they can continue making good fights, put OG on the back foot, they play off the Pugna taking towers, then sure, good spot. But if the game ever stagnates, whew, it's a rough one.
And you also said that NiP lacked team fights with that as well. So I'm guessing you're going OG with this one?
Yeah, I apologize for the blabbing, but yeah, I'll go with OG.
I'm definitely going with OG. I think that they have a much more well-rounded draft, and NiP is going to have to play out of their minds to be able to win this.
Well, let's see if NiP can play out of their minds, guys. Thank you very much for your thoughts, as we're going to go back with Lyrical and Trent. And are you guys as negative on NiP as these guys are? Let me know.
Hell to the no. I love NiP's draft. They're crazy. Banks, you're doing a great job over there. Trent, are they as crazy as I think they are? Maybe it's just I love Vengeful Spirit a lot. I like that hero a lot.
Ah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
They're all in on the Venge hype here. I don't know. It does look a little bit scary, but they did just play extremely well. I think both Charlie and Supreme, and once again, they're kind of being given the reins in this draft. You know, a lot on them to be the driving force here, specifically Supreme. Not so much on killing people, but killing towers in this game. And yeah, he's got some tools, like the decrep is a little disappointing this game. It's like the worst decrep save game ever. Like, maybe you can save someone who gets roared, but like decrepping someone in Chrono, probably not going to help that much when there's like a Leshrac on their team.
Yeah, that seems reasonable enough. I'm with you. I might have been a little bit facetious about how I was feeling about the panel. I just like to, throw a little trash talk in there every now and then. But I will say
that I know you so negative, slamming people left, right, and center.
That's my go-to. Yeah, they're still over there talking about how bad I burned them. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one though, because I think that Pango to me has proven to be really, really strong when you have a lane that's sort of enabled by it. And I think he kind of gets away free from this one, right? Like Void Oracle, what the hell are they going to do to the Pango? He should be fine.
Yeah, depending on his assistants. Like maybe they can actually punish the Oracle a little bit too, like with the Pango and the Venge. Now Sumail's going to scout it out, but his allies have also dominated the top half of the map at the moment under the Hawk vision.
Yeah.
It's really be air quotes around that Hawk, still labeled Hawk. I guess the dinosaurs did eventually become birds, so.
Oh, is that what that one is? Oh, that's that Hawk set.
The pterodactyl thing is back.
Gotcha. I like that one. Dude, I also say I really like that level 15 talent now. The minus 14-second Hawk cooldown. It's insane. You basically are almost doubling your vision when it's maxed out.
It seems incredibly strong when you're in a really fast pushing style lineup too, because it lets you cover every angle. And even if they try and smoke at you, it just means that if that smoke breaks on the other side of the tree line, because you know how it is when you're sieging towers, you usually have the tree lines on both sides of you. Right. If someone's on the other side of that tree line towards the center of the map, a lot of times they're going to smoke into that and be kind of hidden. But the second their smoke pops, you're going to be instantly revealed by that Hawk, which can give you quite the good setup in terms of either we're going to continue sieging this tower or we're just all going to bail out right now.
Well, and the big thing that I think you mentioned last time and we talked about a lot was like the change up now, where before it was like, all right, if you're smoked, don't cast spells, don't pick up bounty runes. Now there's also like that added element of like, don't bring your courier out. And I think that that's something a lot of pro teams still haven't fully got like on lock yet. You know what I mean? Where like sometimes you'll see like if a smoke's coming this direction or something, then you'll see the courier right here on this ward.
Yeah, for sure.
Spot Charlie, gonna hit the root onto him, give him a couple of love taps on his back, and then let him walk away. That might mean that he has to TP out to lane potentially. I don't know if they want to keep playing bully style here.
Checking mid one. He's rocking a 180 ping right now on as Leshrac. That seems a bit rougher than some of the other heroes he's played so far. I mean, I guess he was able to do it on like Void Spirit too, so whatever. He's fine.
Yeah, that is, I think, particularly when you're trying to hit those combos, like some of it is, you know, muscle memory or whatever, but if you're trying to hit it with the Shadow Demon, we might see a couple missed setups there potentially.
I can see it being really annoying versus Pugna too, because like a lot of times you have to kind of react to the direction they're moving, and Pugna's already one of the faster heroes you're going to face in the mid lane, and then combine that with the delay.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking trying to hit his combos later. But yeah, in the laning stage even, that's a tough one. But so far, still good for him. Hasn't eaten too many of these other blasts, it looks like.
Go up top.
Taking a lot of damage, and it's just going to be dropped down first blood. Well, the hero I like dies. Seems about right. He also doesn't have the TP, so that's a long walk out there.
Again, this idea of like the aggro try that we see to start to try and get like the first blood or just burn a bunch of the regen from the anti-position one hurts them in that situation. But I think the creep wave is pushing in anyway. Yeah, it's kind of fine. Charlie's actually gonna pull all the way back here, so now it's gonna pull this creep wave again. Still gets the last hit. As long as Stoxa doesn't get too many denies here, this will be completely fine. And yeah, he's doing just great.
Okay. In the meantime, like you talked about, though, Seb was able to pull this wave off to the side here, so he gets a couple of denies from his own, mainly just that one range creep. But Charlie, in the meantime, he'll have his Avenger back in time for him to come and contest the wave, and even get a little pull off on Snako here.
And it looks like they haven't noticed that it's ward blocked as well. There, it's not a, it wasn't a body block or anything, so they won't have that camp to pull.
Okay. Oh my god, mid one and Supreme are getting real testy in that mid lane, but it's just going to salve up afterwards. Leshrac doesn't have all that much regen to himself.
Oh, Era is the light. Oh, nice micro by Sumail. That courier was dead for sure.
Well done. All right.
He might still kill it under tower. I would not be surprised if Era just dealt with it.
Wait a minute.
Oh, courier! Oh no, bad micro.
What?
Bad micro.
Oh my god, it's all a bait. That's the plan. They draw the aggro over the creep wave, and Era has to get out of here. What a brilliant setup.
All right, well, his war dog is going to make it home now. It's fine.
Nicely done. Okay, so a very chill start to this game here, it feels like. Both teams just trying to maybe get a couple of side pulls off. Mid lane has been going a little bit more into the favor of Pugna, as you would expect.
Yeah, Nether Ward, very good versus Leshrac too. It's not really particularly amazing versus the rest of the casts on the Radiant, but we've seen a couple games lately where this Pugna gets counterpicked into the Leshrac, just give him a terrible time. Someone has to help focus it down, but they have the Beastmaster, partially probably why they got this pick too. Just like the vision, not only to find the ward, but also just the attack speed bonus, and everyone to just like keep hitting that thing and try and bring it down as fast as possible.
Yeah, early pushing as well. I mean, all the good stuff that hero brings you, and does miss mid lane on that Earth split. So they're not going to be able to quite hit the connection there onto the Pugna. He's still going to have a really nice time. Dodges back into the Nether Blast for a second. He's taking some punishment.
That's the other part of it too. His reaction to the Nether Blast also is going to get delayed by a pretty significant chunk there too. At the 4-minute mark, we got only empty bottle on mid one. But he is still slower than Supreme. They're duking it out right now.
Dude, this is crazy. They both have Fairy Fires. They've got a Sick Charge on Supreme. And a DD rune it's picked up. That is huge for mid one. Oh, that's really great for him in this lane.
Yeah, Arrow was covering the bottom rune too.
Yeah.
They might try and bait him in mid though.
Oh, they're trying.
Miscommunication though. Arrow didn't go at the same time.
Well, still trading hits. Right click comes through. Mid one just dies.
Didn't even need him.
Wow. And then he's going to give up his life to the tower afterwards. And give a little bit. I'm assuming that was intended.
Yes, I believe so as well.
Okay.
Just wants the fresh reset, no giving experience. He's still going to give some gold, but kind of whatever.
Where are you watching?
Well, Sumail down bottom. He's going to try and chase after Stablite. Root comes out. They also get the time dilation. Taken here. Needs a bash. Gets the bash. Ooh, Sumail. And his time of need.
I don't know if I'd roll that dice, dude. That's so brutal. You get out, maybe, but then you still do the long walk, and now you just got double burnt. But his support will still get what looks like both bounty runes here. I don't think mid one's going to be able to contest or anything, so that'll work out. And up top, there's still one being held, probably from mid one later on.
Yeah.
And he'll get a defensive ward there from No Tail.
We are seeing, like, again, as... Well, Charlie's not actually going to be in too much trouble here, but I was going to mention...
The Era, too.
Are they going on this? They're thinking about it. Mid one taking a lot of that damage.
They want to turn on the Era.
This would be a big
Yeah,
kill.
he's dead. Bye, Era.
Run away! Oh,
he
are
got
they not
scared by
going?
Supreme. Supreme's got 6. That's why.
They lose the Beastmaster up top in the meantime. Yeah, things, again, I mean, in spite of, you know, everybody kind of liking the draft a lot more from OG this game, things are looking a little bit sketchy through this early going, at least.
I'm surprised they didn't kill Snako again.
Yeah.
I guess like just keeping control of that camp probably helped a lot. Like having the D ward or the sentry ward placed there to block for a while, so they could keep the creep wave close to the tower.
Yeah.
But you would think that with like disruption, shadow poison, and Beastmaster 4s, that this Snako would be having a horrible time if he ever left the tower.
Right. But this hasn't really been the case so far.
Bottom.
That hasn't really come in. But yeah, they take down No Tail. Quick kill there from NiP. While up top, Saksa was interrupting the Vengeful Spirit. She tried to get some pulls off. Still the wave in a good position for the Morph lane. Big winner in the whole CS chart has just been Supreme. But you can see that like the rest of OG's having an okay time. Especially Sumail down bottom.
4 stacks of poison up top there in Snako. He's trying to find that 5th one. Saksa will get the pull off as well.
Sumail getting up in their face. First crown. And Charlie turns on to the top side, trying to bring down the boar. Still building up some poison sacks. They do have disruption as well as soul catcher if they want to use it. And the attempted jump on him. Charlie, 3 stacks, 4 stacks.
I don't know why they would even bother disrupting him.
Yeah, it's a little interesting. Supreme makes the rotation in, and now Seb is likely going to go down. Snako takes that kill for himself. And again, it's Supreme, the one that's moving around the map, making these kills happen for NiP.
That was really strange. I mean, Saksa's obviously an infinitely better Dota. I just don't like, what was his thought process there by disrupting that Morphling?
Yeah.
Like, they don't have Roar. They don't... I don't know. It's like, at least maybe you can kill the Venge.
Right. Well, and it certainly didn't help when the Pugna showed up, which, speaking of which, shows back up yet again. Charlie now turning onto that Oracle, trying to kill off No Tail. Now they turn their attention onto Seb. The stun comes out. Do they have any save at all? Doesn't look like it, but mid one showing up for the big turnaround. Supreme is going to get killed off. Now the attention onto Charlie. If he gets out, NiP probably feel okay about that. But still, OG making the moves to punish.
Man, mid one needed that. I feel like things hadn't really been going that well for him this game. Like a couple missed opportunities that like they almost able to get him kills at the start, but now he's the top of the net worth. And with No Tail on your team, you know there's going to be stacks for you because this guy is like the 5 that prioritizes it the most right now.
And they got some of those in this jungle over here. Several of the camps. He's going to get a little bit of time to himself here in the mid lane to try and keep the rest of NiP back. Dodges a quick little run around through the roses and well, should be okay as the TP rotation comes from mid one. They spot out Supreme again. Do they manage to get in range? The root is there, follow up by the splitter. Not quite in time.
I'll drive them off the tower, but yeah, Pugna just such a hard hero to catch. Already up to the arcane boots now too, so he's just running around at 375. Our Leshrac though, equally speedy at 390. Couple of fast mid heroes here.
Yeah. And seeing them already have pretty good capabilities of making those rotations, getting kills happen. Seb almost level 6. They're bringing in some more heroes to the top lane where they want to try and take this tower.
This
Shut
war
down
has
Charlie.
done so much for them, though. Like, it's nearing its full duration. Like, they've had a hawk here, sure, but both teams just kind of know exactly what's going on.
Oh, stun. Root afterwards. And Suxo gonna die. Mid 1 showing up yet again. Round 2 of this one. They don't have any points up in the Nether Ward. And, well, Supreme, he's just gonna go down most likely. No, the turnaround. Oh, the life drain. What a play. Seb gets level 6, but it's not gonna be in time. They kill off the Beastmaster. And now, oh man, if they steal these stacks, that would be huge. I don't know if it's gonna happen though. Oh, DD for Charlie. Yeah, they're going for it. Damn.
That was pretty smart, though, to like keep running on the Pugna like that. Even though he's getting all that damage over time from the Leshrac, he was waiting for the Nether Blast to come back so that he could combo the Nether Blast with the life drain, because he knew that the second he starts life draining, Leshrac's obviously been holding the stun the whole time, so he knew he hadn't split Earth yet. So played that perfectly from Supreme. No tail gonna fall. They do get the kill. Roche will not take it, but they've left the majority of that stack still up here. So Era. Okay.
Get out of there.
Very, very gracefully let him go with like 30 HP.
Jeez. That was really scary. Wow. Well, almost everybody just rotating up here top to contest the stacks, get in for the battle. They managed to get the poor man's shield off of it for the Morph lane too. But all of this is space for Sumail, who's still sitting really high up in the net worth.
Oh yeah, I haven't checked him out in a hot minute. They also just glyphed mid to stop one of the Nether Blasts, as well as a little bit of securing to like push out this wave some. But now the catapult's back under their tower as Supreme rotates back into the jungle. It looks like he wants to smoke with Era. They will pop it, and they have the Terrorize and the Bedlam and the Rolling Thunder. They want to kill Sumail, but Sumail, dude, is this the greatest read of all time? Sumail is a genius.
Oh my god, that's sick. Yeah, completely dodges out all of it. Now he's getting set up mid for a kill on Snako potentially. If they wanted, it's like the easiest kill in the world.
Yeah, he
Turns
does not
around.
want to chrono.
No. Well, it's just going to jump away now. And NiP making the rotation. Are they a little bit too slow, though? Sumail's got to run. Got to get out of there. Time walks away as they reveal themselves on that mid lane. And by the skin of his teeth, Sumail and the rest of OG get out.
So they make a big smoke play all the way down bottom. Don't get anything. There's no pressure on the tower.
Oh, Sumail jumping in. Has a chrono available if he wants to hit it. No, but Saberlife, he gets the Rolling Thunder off. They decide they don't want to go anymore. Sumail trying to figure out where he wants to time walk to. Keeping this SD alive for the moment. Saberlight gets pulled back. And OG not going to overcommit.
He wants to get that Venge because of the swap, but not able to.
Well, Bash.
there we go. Oh, that was nice.
Into it. But the Terrorize comes out in the fear. On the mid one, he's taking a ton of damage. Sumail still manages to clean up the kill onto Saberlife, chasing forward for more. The Bedlam comes out. They don't have a save there in time. No Till couldn't get in position. Neither could the Shadow Demon. And Saksa under control, turned around, disrupts himself, but eventually, does he go down? No, Faith Edict, save from No Tail. Okay, a chance. They missed the Split Earth, actually, as the swap comes back in. They're controlling for the moment mid one, still living, disarmed, controlled, Nether Blast, it's too much. They bring down that Leshrac, don't quite have enough damage in the tank left to kill Supreme.
Owning.
Dude, they are killing it. The Vengeful Spirit coming after you. Round 2, has another stun in 3 as No Tail hides around the other side, and Sumail ends up stuck in the trees. They find the finish here, though, in just a moment as Snako able to get the walk away. I want to see the chicken taunt. Can he get out? Hide off in the trees, jump to the other side. The stun comes out again. Era, Supreme, and Snako comboing together to make all of Sumail's nightmares come true. Holy crap, NiP.
He drops the ward. Then TP's out. I heard Insania talking about Snako lately, too, just saying he thinks he's like one of the best 5 players, and that whole fight. Also, just a great case of showing like why counterpicks matter so much. Like the way Sumail had to play that fight and the way he like over-aggressed there and died was all because of this Vengeful Spirit, right? It gets picked after, the swap is there for the Chronos, and so now he feels like he has to catch him in the Chrono every time. Even though Pango was like so close to being dead, he's like, well, I gotta catch the Venge, then I can make it 2 kills. Oh, it's gonna be so good. And then suddenly things go awry for you.
Right.
The D-Crab might not be good this game, but the swap's amazing.
Well, and I have the extra charges of them. Like, we saw that bit get put to use in this game as well. I think that, like, the fact that that fight started, like, all the way over here, and then we had sort of a back and forth as Mid one again, just taking so much damage. He needs to get the hell out of here. They have another disruption if they want to use it, but they'll just let him take the stun. So was the right click coming in, and God Supreme. I mean, Oracle's good at dealing with them, but the haste rune coming in from mid one now as the combo comes out, but Terrorize gonna force back them for the moment. This game's crazy. I love it.
It's another one of those annoying heroes for the Void to have to worry about too. Not a very fun game for Sumail again.
Right.
Like you want Void to be like the determining factor when you pick this hero. You want it to be like, okay, we have the chrono, and that just means that we win the fight, right? If we chrono Morphling, we win. But like Terrorize is a counter, but it's also like one of the weaker counters just because of like the duration for it to get off and everything, and the AoE that it has, because like it can be hard to hit more than just the Void, right? But obviously it can still have its moments where it's still going to save you. And even just from the Yule setup, it's still nice.
Well, and this is one of those games too where, like, you know, yes, if Sumail gets enough farm and manages to hit one of those big chronos, things will look great. But it also feels like they're playing around it so well on NiP. Saberlight does have time dilation on him, slow down. I don't know if Sumail's going in. I mean, he wants to hit a bash, gets one of them there, still has the chronosphere nearby, and he's just gonna get blown up.
Yeah,
they
need kills here. Morphling's free farming bottom at 1 strength right now.
Oh my god, the turnaround mid one is also gonna get controlled and completely destroyed. 4v5, and OG just got completely decimated. Saberlight gets roared, the chase forward coming in, but the heal, it's there from the Pugna. They don't have an answer to this. No Tail is gonna drop 3 dead now, and as you said, he's just free farm.
That's like absolute worst case scenario. It doesn't get any more horrendous than this right now.
Oh wow. 3,000 gold lead, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. You finish off the Maelstrom on Sumail, you want to get active, you want to get in there, and it always feels like he's just a little bit too far away from his team. Like if Oracle was right next to him and capable of healing him, then it would have been fine. But, you know, he gets just a little bit out in front of him with the time walks.
Yeah, I underestimated the tower defense from NiP because I felt like at first half of the draft, it didn't seem like there would be the best way to set up for the Pango. But when you look at OG, they also don't have the best heroes for diving. Like they have good vision, but even like you don't really want to be face this Void just like diving in with time walk every single time. And if you can't get to that backline on the side of NiP, there actually are some pretty good long-range setups. Just like something as simple as a Terrorize, creating that chaos can be enough for the Pango to start getting a good Rolling Thunder off.
Right. Yeah. Save by virtue of being aggressive. That's the way to do it.
Man, I'm gonna try to fix that by going Blink on Seb though. Just makes a lot of sense.
Well, they'll lose another Charlie down bottom. Quick and easy. Top side, they're going to pull the wave back behind the tower and see what control they can have. Mid one, running in behind enemy lines. They find Seneko, they find Saberlight, and they might be able to find a kill here. As he is in some trouble, Chrono comes out afterwards. Do they have enough damage to bring down Saberlight? He is going to get bashed, going to get killed, and OG, they're on the map a little bit now. That's what they needed.
Yeah. They can take this outpost. The wave's not in the best spot, and no one's getting back for it quite yet. Sumail at least catch the next one.
No. So they'll...
I'm not going to push out, though. Someone's got to go hit that thing. It's like taking so long. Just like losing an entire creep wave.
Up on the top side, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, just like so delayed. But they're all making the rotation at bottom instead. Maybe seeing if they can kind of delay this. But No Tail almost runs right into Era. They've already preset the Nether Ward here too. Very difficult to fight into the side of NiP at the moment. They're even going to bring down the Pangolier using the outpost. It's just so hard to retake this area when they're set like this because of how outposts are now.
Right.
I think you definitely just abandon here without Chrono, right? There's like no way. So typically, I mean, I think he's just... he might be okay if Saberlight doesn't want to commit.
Yeah, they still have false promise too.
Yeah.
So
typically the answer to this though is you take Roche, but you know there's no Chrono. The Beastmaster's already made his rotation down here too, and so OG are not going to get a good trade. They're going to instantly smoke on NiP right now. Going to go right past Seb. Saberlight gets popped.
Yeah, a lot of pings, realizing, I think that was Saberlight realizing that there's somebody farming over there. And if they wanted to, you know, NiP could find a pick off and go into Roche themselves. They just finished Medallion on the Venge. Sumail realizing there could be some danger of brewing. It's a smoke up also from the rest of OG. They're going to sandwich him here. This could be really good. Sumail on the back lines finds Era, spots him out, but the Cursed Crowns comes out. Now Sumail has to run away. Yeah, they can't take that fight. Oh,
nice timing. That was pretty cool. I'll give him that.
Ping what? What's the ping issue? Excuse me? Uh-oh. Saberlight. The follow-up, because there the Terrorize comes out, but it's a second too late. Supreme going in a little bit there with the Blink Dagger, and now they've got him under control. Did Supreme overextend? The swap out, trying to keep him alive. Snako throws the stun away, and, well, that's going to be the Vengeful Spirit dead. It ends up getting the swap back again, creating more space in between Supreme and the rest of the team. Disruption, but he has a blink out afterwards. Doesn't quite get it in time. Big win yet again for OG, and this might, they're thinking about Roche.
Yeah, this should definitely go right in. They have the Chrono coming back now, too. So even if there were buybacks from NiP, there's no way they get here in time because they took that outpost earlier, the side of OG. Now this is starting to look more like what our panelists were talking about, of just like kind of scary times ahead for NiP. They've done a good job of getting their Morphling farm, but he also went for a defensive item first in the Lincoln Sphere. Just worried about the various options to just like combo him down to death if he doesn't have it. So his own output in terms of damage is going to be rather limited for a while still. Okay. And they need him to carry.
And in the meantime, the rest of OG are kind of starting to hit on all cylinders. You got the Kaya done on left track, going in towards that Bloodstone next. This could be the big turning point that OG was waiting for. Although, got to be careful not to get picked off around the map by this lineup of NiP, who again...
As well as the split pushing, like Blink Dagger Pugna is just so annoying to deal with.
Right.
He's going to be very hard for them to catch.
Well, in fact, smoke up from NiP. They might not have the best team fight, but if they catch one person alone, that is a very easy fight win for them. Chase forward, Saberlight even going to commit the ultimate for this one. Soxa going to imprison himself. No Tail is off to the side as well. They're TPing in everybody. This is a little bit crazy. Step gets swapped, pulled back in. They get the roar for the kill, but that was on the Venge. And just like that, the attempted runaway Supreme, Yule Scepter lifted up. Does he have any way out of this one? Decrep for the moment. Still more damage. The life drain onto Sumail. Tries to run away. Charlie turns back into that point. A great Terrorize. And now Era trying to bring them down. Bedlam is out. Is it enough damage? The Chrono comes in time, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to bring him down in time. Disarm, jump forward. Sumail manages to find the kill and lives through it. That's Aegis down, but big enough. Good blink away there as well to keep Seb alive for the moment. And Sumail chasing forward, trying to find Charlie. They brink the Lincolns, able to find the stun and kill off that morph. OG are back, baby.
Charlie's like, how did this Oracle still have false promise? What happened? No Tail's doing. He was like, yeah, you didn't think I had that, did you? I must have used it by now.
Damn. I was sick. What a play.
NiP just feeling the pressure, thinking, oh, we're on the clock here, guys. Moments are waning a little bit here. Definitely a good use of the Aegis again here, though. You're fine with that, I think, as OG. Sure, it wasn't like super aggressive, but it might result in a tier 2 tower anyway, even if it was a fight on your side of the map. They're going to start bringing in reinforcements to try and stop this. Saber, like, be careful, my friend.
Oh, he's crazy. Well, the Banishment catches off to the side. Mid-1 doing a ton of damage. Roar onto that Pango with nowhere left to go. They're trying to run down Supreme, see if they can get that kill. Disarmed, but he's not going to be taking any magic damage through there. Lesh is living, but is he going to live long enough? Now the turnaround comes out. Mid-1 finally going to be brought down. So in a game of overextensions, we see another one from OG.
Supreme? Yeah, no, there's no blink for a while. Seb should be fine. All right, nice swap there from Snako. Level 12 now as well. Does he have cast range? I feel like that was a pretty long swap. No, nothing yet.
No, it's just
really so fast.
It's all those buffs. The Venge. Man, bottom lane, Sox is going to try and keep the lane pushed out. I'm not really sure like what the read is on this game as far as where it's going to go, because I still kind of have that like lingering feeling in the back of my head that Morph might just pop off at some point. Is that crazy? I don't know.
He doesn't worry about this. Wow, they actually got him with the root.
That's crazy. Oh, Seb, they know. Oh no!
All right, I have my hawk and I have my blink. Cut the screen.
Jeez.
Morphling this game. What's he build next? He's going for the Manta. I mean, do they even have a Spirit Vessel? I don't think they do, right?
So
that's one downside. They don't really have a great Scotty hero either in terms of just like, you know, these new items versus the Morphling. They don't have a Scythe for a while, unless it's going to be like the Beastmaster maybe, or the Leshrac, potentially. So, I mean, you saw how he died last time. It was just like, all my teammates are dead and I waveformed onto an Oracle.
Right.
I don't know. He's a ways away from being raid boss mode, I think.
That's fair. Time dilation onto Saberlight yet again. The chase is coming and goes for the Rolling Thunder. Kicking around Sumail a little bit. Got heroes nearby. Stunned. Full stun lock, and he's just dead. Wow. The punish is strong. And they give another tip back.
How many times has Sumail done that this series? It's actually crazy what he's being forced to do on his heroes. It looks exactly like the Queen of Pain games, where he just blinks in and he just dies.
Yeah.
But it's just the nature of, like, I guess how they have to take these fights right now. It's either him or the Beastmaster going in.
Well, but also, like, they have 2 save supports, right? Like, shouldn't that... I don't know. It feels like the draft is not working as intended fully. But the big jump in there blows the hell out of Seb.
Yeah, I'm underestimating the decrep as well. Like, if they can sync that up every time, doesn't matter if he's the E-Blade quite yet.
And Fear catches onto both of them. The jump forward Dagon trying to bring down No Tail first is gonna pop. Managed to get the false promise onto mid one, but Charlie's still dealing a ton of damage onto him, along with Saberlight.
Though it should be fine.
That's a lot of heals. I mean, it's not enough though. They still bring him down after the false promise ends.
Wow.
Damn.
It's so slow after. And now Soxa too. Oh, the GG branch. It's not wide enough.
A cake yet again. With Sumail dead, the rest of the 4 followed just afterwards. And I mean, NiP, they know when they're strong and when they can fight.
Yeah, I was definitely not factoring in the decrep enough. That was pretty crazy. They're just like perfectly timing up the decrep with the adaptive strikes. People are just exploding.
Well, it's like an interesting initiation because he has that blink dagger for Supreme too, right? Like, so he can be... Normally you don't see it because the Pugna isn't able to get as close as you would want to be.
Yeah, they're also doing decrep into Dagon and waveform. And so even without the adaptive strike, that's 860 damage. Before adaptive strike. That's pretty crazy. And that's after reductions.
Oh my god. Well,
so, yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, Mindbreaker. All right. How good is that this game? That's pretty. Oh,
forward. They got him. They got him caught.
Oh, no.
They weren't able to get the stun off in time to heal. Coming in from the Pugna, and Seneko swaps him out. They're gonna keep Charlie alive. Now the turn gets the silence onto that freaking Beastmaster. The chase down coming. Charlie trying to live through it, and Sumail is maybe gonna be able to bring him down. The bashes are there, still under control. Adaptive strike throws it back. They will kill off that Void, or excuse me, the Morphling. Sumail gets the jump away. He too dies. As Arrow was able to finish him off. Seb now chasing onto Era, trying to find that kill. Illusions abound. And the double kill coming out from Seb. Saberlight saved at the last second. Seb is going to live through it. And mid one finds the stun. All 5 are dead. NiP get walloped.
No Tail killed Sumail.
Yeah, I was wondering about that one.
He was spirit vesseled, right? And then he hit him with the purifying flames.
Oh.
Classic. I was like, there's no way Sumail dies here, right? Then suddenly all his HP just vanished. You're like, oh yeah, right.
Poor guy.
It's all right. It was worth it, I think. At least we'll go with that. Yeah.
I think Sumail thinks so too.
I hope the way he's been throwing his body away this game.
Right. I can't believe that the Morphling didn't die at the beginning of that fight too. That was crazy.
The unfortunate thing is the blink in from Saberlight, right, on the Pango, where he tried to blink into the middle, like onto his Morphling, but he just like completely whiffed it. I don't know if it was like a distance thing or what, but he just wound up on like the side of the Chrono doing nothing.
Yeah. very awkward fights in this game number 2 here. And again, this match matters for both teams. You know, NiP would really love to increase their record with a 2-0 here. You know, even one loss matters for them. And for OG, they're trying to avoid relegation and having to play a best of 1 tiebreaker marathon tomorrow. 30 minutes in, it's less than 1,000 gold lead, 22-27. Just an absolute brawl here.
Yeah, they gotta get their neutral items on the Dire. Oh, Paladin Sword, nice, nice. Bye-bye Mindbreaker, thank you very much for your service.
Oh, Roar, finds Saberlight. Sumail comes in for the cleanup afterwards.
Outpost going both ways. Soxa, I think, got both of the runes at the bottom. That's pretty nice. They got 3 for 1 on the bounties, and now they're going to put the chase down into the Dire jungle. And the Necro's in to kind of scout it out. Seb's there. They're slowly kind of surrounding the area right now of where NiP's been forced into. And they're just bailing. Looks like they just don't really have a great read on where OG are, and they don't want to take any fights without their Pango.
Yeah.
They have really good vision. They think they're all smoked at them right now. Because of these wards, I think.
Right. That Hawk was just running through that jungle too, scanning it all out. Seb did decide to take that Hawk cooldown talent now, so they've got just ridiculous vision all over the place here. One over by the tier 2 tower. This is a smoke in.
Dude, this
they
is
have no
really
idea.
bad if they just miss Roche, though.
They're gonna know.
It's gonna be really fast. The medallion. Oh, but no one's tanking it for Charlie, so it's a bash counting right now. We got 1.
Oh, Seb sending in the Hawk.
2. Oh,
they have an
so
idea.
slow.
They know. Charlie, he's under vision. They get vision right away, and he doesn't get the waveform jump away. Swap out, though. Oh, what a save. Last second. Saberlight jumping into the Roche pit. The Roar comes out onto that Morphling. It's not quite doing enough. The bounce back and forth coming from Saberlight, able to get the damage on a mid one, but he's saved by that false promise. Still nobody dead in this fight as they got control over the Oracle, trying to kill him off. No-Tail actually able to get the walk away. Oh, but Adaptive Strike finishes him off in the end there. Waveform around, time to Saberlight under control by Sumail, getting bashed by Roche and everybody else. They buy back on the Dark Willow, wanting to get back into this fight and bringing down mid one. Oh, Yule Scepter last second trying to live, but the timing as they take him down when he lands from the Yule Scepter, killing off Seb as well. And now Charlie turning on to Sumail, a triple kill for Supreme.
Oh,
this Pugna that's done so much. Sumail will be able to complete this TP, but 4 others dead. This is NiP's Roche.
Yeah, they're out of swaps on Seneko. All right, so from 0 to hero, Saberlight, yes, he died in this fight, but he definitely saved this one in combination with Seneko, of course, with the swap. But they tried to cover where Seneko was positioned to like stun either him before he could swap or like instantly split Earth the morph when it came out. Honestly, if mid one wasn't on ping, I'm pretty sure that fight goes their way.
Yeah.
Because like the way he came around that corner, but then Saberlight, he rolls into the pit, breaks that up when they're trying to kill Seneko. Then he blinks over to also stop the follow-up kill onto Charlie. He stunned up mid one twice, forced the Yules, forced the false promise. Then he stuns up the Oracle and brings it down to almost death before dying, and then Charlie's able to finish him off there. Absolutely fantastic fight from the Pango.
Doing what his team needs him to do, and doing it well. The Solar Crest onto Charlie, jumping in onto Sumail, needs to switch back over, almost bashed all the way to dead. But he does manage to get out of there, holding onto that Aegis.
I feel like I haven't seen him morphed into people very much this game.
No. It's been
Probably
weird.
just like in quick bursts with the time walk, maybe.
Right. I don't really know who else you would go for in this game that seems... I mean, maybe like...
Lesh
Shadow.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
Lesh is like fairly annoying because you can just like turn on your abilities and switch back, like the Edict.
Oh, and the timing! He comes out of it. BKB from Sumail and the false promise. He almost got exploded, but Sumail lives through it. Damn. That was crazy.
Yeah, if that BKB timing wasn't back, he's obviously just like probably dead there, even with the false promise. I feel like they might have had enough damage, but they just all ditch once that happens. All right, NiP looking to take full control of this game by purchasing the gem. Try and battle versus this horde of Hawks flying out from Seb with that cooldown talent, just constantly scouting it out. Letting them know where the good chronos are. There's another one under sentry vision. Zapped on down. Oh yeah, boundary run right in their face. Nice
I
one,
like it.
Seneko. Keeping that trusty shovel, swaps into Mindbreaker onto the Pango as well now.
Dude, it's
More
500
annoying
gold
silence.
right now. So much. Trusty Shovel and Philosopher's Stone is the new answer to lack of gold in Dota.
Yeah, yeah, true. I mean, that is like half their lead just from that one bounty run.
Yeah, that's insane. Well, another round of Hawks get thrown out here as it looks like OG wanting to play on the bottom side of the map. They don't have great vision into Dire's side of bottom, but they at least can see if there's like a wraparound coming from the rest of NiP, who are grouped somewhat together, and with the Aegis could make a play if they want.
They also have a sentry down too, so sentries are actually like more important when you're Beastmaster lineup, because you just send it like if you can just plant sentries around and then put your Hawks down, you can still deward everywhere, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, and the move is actually just to go high ground here. NiP in position before OG can get back, and with that Pugna ward down, it does beg some questions if they can get that aggression in.
This is a good Aegis setup, I think.
All right, Charlie. They throw out the axes, getting healed back up by the Pugna, and the mechanism afterwards. Charlie lives through the first burst. They still have Chrono, obviously, if they want to use that. Swap away for the moment onto mid one. He's out of position now, but isn't going to be able to get brought down, at least for the moment. They use both saves on him at the start. No Tail taking a lot of damage. Disruption to live him, but there's going to be a big Chrono onto 3. They catch everybody in it. Look at the damage out on the wall.
Catcher, dude.
Blow the hole up. Charlie under fire, going to get bursted down. That's Aegis round 1. Holy crap, that was insane. And now the second he comes out of there, there's the stun, the bashes are there, trying to live through this one. Does have a waveform away as well as the Manta. TP's out, but banished, caught, and soon to be killed. Charlie, Dota in some trouble. They are going to be, well, Sumail cliffed himself for old time's sake. You know, every now and then you got to go back to your roots.
You can take the guy out of EG, but you can't take the EG out of the guy.
Everybody's dead.
That soul catcher, oh my god, their HP just vanished.
Jeez. And look
So,
at this thing.
NiP just got the old trap of like Shrine Dota, I think. They see a tower that's really low, and they're like, oh, we gotta get the tier 3, but tier 3 suck. They don't do anything. Like, you can't throw your life away trying to get a tier 3 anymore. It's not the same as it once was. It doesn't guarantee you this map control. And then obviously just amazing initiation there from Sumail, benefiting from the later talents of the Faceless Void. And in classic Bulba fashion, how many fights you need to win with this lineup? It's not very many for OG in this one, I feel like.
Oh, mid one catches out here, and they're looking to try and end this game. I mean, they don't have Chrono, but OG still feeling strong. They chase forward for Saberlife, damn near going into the fountain, has to pop his BKB. But they did have swap as well, and just like that, they're going to try and run away. Can they get out, though? You do have to be really careful about this. Charlie's still chasing, looking for Seb. Has a waveform again in a second if he wants to use it. Saberlight, still the slowdown comes out, but it looks like OG might have been able to escape.
Those are some costly buybacks, though, for NiP, and now moving to a 10k lead. And what a great time to kind of cement yourself into a lead when these neutral items start coming out of the 37-minute mark.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, potentially being able to also take out that other outpost would be huge for them. Although I don't know if they're going to be able to be in position to do it.
They're going to smoke up right away. They want to play aggressive here while the Chrono's still gone. They do not have a large window, though. Maybe hoping that they can abuse some new neutral items. They got themselves the debuff buffs from the Timeless Relic to help out with the Dark Willow. Pretty nice with the Terrorize.
They're not putting it on the Pango, though. They saw what happened last time.
That's right. Yeah, the no combo Dodo.
That one's really annoying. Ooh, Minotaur Horn for the Lesh. That's huge.
Yeah. I feel like that's one of the best items for Leshrac.
Yeah.
Just because, like, you never want to buy the BKB because these Bloodstone builds. I mean, obviously you want to buy BKB, but, you know, you don't.
Yeah, I'm picking up. I gotcha. Oh, Shadow Demon got Ninja Gear, too. God, these items, it's always such a big window. So, yeah, they need to pick up a couple more on NiP. Hit some neutral camps. Stick with NA Dota. Just go hit neutrals for a little while. There you go. That's the play. Prince's Knife. That's a cool one. Have a camera. Oh.
Wow, he just got all three like that?
It's insane.
So we have a camera on the Beastmaster and on the Pango. It kind of seems okay on Pango.
Okay.
You know, just like bounce people in team fights and stuff.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe push them out of position where you can get them twice. Saberlight just used his ulti, and that should be scouted by OG.
Yeah, he really thought they were going to commit there.
20% backtrack for Sumail. This is a level 25 talent, and he's just going to jump forward and hit it a few more times. Still hanging on to that BKB. Rooted, getting drained, not able to punch things, but does not seem that Mid-1 goes crazy, jumps into the middle of all of them. Chrono down onto 2, but they have the swap. The answer is there. Saberlight likely to die in the duration of this one. Buys back immediately. Now the roar onto that Dark Willow, trying to bring her down. Shadow Realm is not going to save you, and over behind the tier 4 towers, they're also going to lose Seneko. Buyback from absolutely everybody, and OG says, we don't want to be here anymore. Or they go all in on Saberlight. Keep him up back for this one. If he goes down right now, oh my god, that Terrorize saved his life and barely able to keep him from being brought down again.
They're still pretty healthy here, though. I don't see them leaving quite yet.
Yeah, gotta be careful.
I think it's a smart move, probably, because there is a Roche.
They also have the Pango ulti back up again, and no Chronosphere for Sumail. Are they going a bit too far? Saberlight, round 2, jumps into all of them, gonna connect on a mid one, hit into 3, now looking for the 4th. The follow-up is gonna be their Yule Scepter. It's not looking like there's enough damage though. Jumping coming from the Morph lane. Charlie doesn't have enough in the tank right now. They pull back onto Sumail, jump in from mid one in the midst of all of them with the Bloodstone heal coming in the False Promise. He's barely gonna be brought down. It still wasn't enough. Decrep keeping Sumail away from Supreme. Controlled, killed. They overextended also. They buy back on the Oracle and the Lesh, and Lesh had bot, so he ran back in, but they can't take this fight. Seb gonna get caught. Oh, Charlie on the wrong side of the trees.
I just assumed that Rolling Thunder was so good it crashed my game. Because that's what happened. He started that Rolling Thunder and he hit the Oracle, and that was it. It was bye-bye Dota.
You were dead.
I'm really glad. I was scared that everyone got kicked, so we're good.
All right, you're good. Are you back into it yet? Or
I am back in on the action. So Sumail died, eh?
Sumail died, yes.
All right, cool.
Hopefully I didn't miss anything else.
That's all the only notes I need here?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that was the Octarine Court that they were scouting it with.
Okay.
Oh, wait, never mind. We're good. That was just the overlaying on the courier thing.
Oh man, swap and then the blink away by No-Tail, keeping him alive. Secondary swap with the Lotus Arp. Damn. That's a tip moment right there as they kill off Sumail's courier. And more chaos reigning forth in this game number 2. Must win for OG to avoid tiebreakers.
All right, so what I was saying before my client died, basically when they were pushing that last time, the timer was up for the potential roast, right? Which is where it's like, we already chronoed. Theoretically, the smart move was probably to back, but you can also understand how they feel like they just won that last team fight, like kind of huge, and they were all feeling really tanky. Did they have to buy back on anyone else, or like what are we sitting at right now?
So buybacks, Oracle, Lesh both bought back, and then obviously Venge earlier, Pango, Dark Willow, and then Morphs is coming off cooldown in 2.5 minutes.
So even for the rating, like Oracle and Leshtrack is a pretty big deal, because what's the Roche timer? Because mine's broken now.
It's back up now.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Mid 1 tries to find the stun. They bought back on that Shadow Demon, but Era is dead. No buyback for her. Dark Willow will not be in this fight, and that Terrorize has been huge for them. Nullifier finished off for Sumail, and he doesn't have buyback with that purchase.
Now the Decrep stay there.
They're going in right into the pit. Oh, Saberlight, no, he missed it on the way back out. Wasn't able to go for round 2 of it. Trying to bring down this Oracle. Can't quite get him in range. They have Chronosphere back up if they want to hit it. Jump away into both, but now they're in range for the Chronosphere. Sumail holds onto it, and they got him caught. Saberlight is going to get killed off here, but they still keep alive Charlie. Gets the jump away, Lincoln Sphere keeping him alive. Roar afterwards. Done. 2 minutes, no more flame, and that is a huge one. GG is called as OG pull it back from the jaws of defeat and take down NiP.
Sieging a high ground to not even getting the tier 3 and just like one great chrono there from Sumail after a very